Hey everybody, Pat here with Farland Classic Restoration. Today we are down here in the showroom doing our Farland Friday showroom walk. I'll be showing you around a few of the new ones here. But to get started, I will be getting this newest one over here, the Ferrari 599, on a tender. So give me a moment here and I'll be showing you around. A little more than that. That would be a little better. Just dealing with struggles here. All right, bodywork protected, battery charging. We'll start with that new one here. This is the 2009 Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano, named after Ferrari's famous Fiorano test track out there in Italy. A lovely front-engine V12 example in Rosso Corsa over a dark leather in Alcantara here. This one really did just show up this morning, so we're getting our first eyes on it, getting a feel for this modern classic Ferrari. I believe it is a 2-owner car. It does have that F1 style transmission. Definitely a later style than we usually see in the 575s and the 360 that we have over on the far end there. But we may have this lovely front-engined Rosso Corsa V12 up on the site soon. This one may be going up for sale, still landing on numbers and coming down to that final decision. Another very cool design element that I had never seen on this one is that kind of floating C-pillar there. You can see, I'm not going to stick my hand through the bodywork here, but you can see right through to that mirror, all the way down along the side of the body. Very cool design there. Let's see if we can also catch it up front. So yeah, here on the passenger side, you know where we're at. There's our Scuderia badge. One that our head of sales, Bill, has taught me is that you can always tell if a car originally came with Scuderia badges based on the bodywork back behind the badging, right? You can see that that's an embossed badge that comes out about an inch or so, but the bodywork is also shaped to fit that famous Scuderia shield. Some very cool lines on this car. You can see the ducting that comes up through here. Kind of an inverse of what you'd expect. And then again, that floating, flying C-pillar. I'll have to see what they originally called that in the Italian nomenclature. The Ferrari 599 GTB. Beside that one is another one up for sale over on the site. The Alfa Romeo Montreal from 1970, early 70s, 71, 72, I want to say. A Bertoni design. Again, Bertoni also designed the iconic Miura right around this time, as well as the Countach. So definitely some similarities between this Alfa and the Lamborghini brethren of the time. Again, this one is a front-engined V8. Some very cool clamshell style doors. We've got all our documentation, everything over there. Very fun little 5-speed. And that wooden wheel. This one is available over on the site at farlandcars.com. You can learn more about this one and all the other fun metal moving through the shop and the showroom. Beside that one, you can see we are tending the battery on the 2017 Porsche Macan GTS in Viper Green. This one recently sold to one of our great customers here in town, so we're just giving that one the final look over, giving it a nice charge, getting everything all finished up, and then soon enough this one will be off. Something I really appreciate, tending all the batteries here in the showroom, is when manufacturers design specific points for the charging system, right? You can see that we've got the negative terminal here and the positive terminal there. Rather than me fighting through the trunk area to actually access the battery top. That way I can charge it and still have it looking somewhat presentable with that big Viper green hood sticking up. Beside that one here, we'll get a crazy shot up through the mirror, and then that is another one that may be coming into the showroom here. Another one possibly going up for consignment. Still trying to land on some numbers and verify some originality on this one. But this is a 1989 Porsche 911 slant nose. The slant nose originally started as a body design for the famous 935 race cars with the big wide body turbos. Later on into the 80s, race teams like Kramer Racing developed a slant nose design for the 911 bodies, and from there Porsche took off using the Special Wishes program and then working this in as an actual option code in 1988, 1989, right around that time. So we believe this is a 1989, last year of the slant nose option from the factory. We have been able to verify these are the correct headlight buckets and fenders, still verifying a few things throughout this one, as well as chatting with this owner to figure out what they're looking for in terms of pricing, that kind of thing. I was just gonna pop that one so I could get a personal look at what the fender design looks like coming through here. Something you definitely wouldn't see super often. So you can see here is the mechanism for that pop-up headlight. Kind of cool to see, not something you would see super often, being the rarity of these slant nose models. Kind of tuck that back up for now, but yeah, you can see even got original coating, that kind of thing, right? There's the good one. Type 930. The 930 Turbo has that aside from this slant nose option, also has the wide body, as well as Tom was telling me that the slant nose options came with a special welded bottom cap here, right? You can see this extends down an extra 3 or 4 inches here. One of my personal favorites on this car, aside from that slant nose design, is these old school brakes. That old school Porsche font is very 1980s. We'll compare it real quick to the Macan. You can see that's more the modern style of Porsche font. I'm more into that classic stuff, so. And aside from the wide body, of course, you have these turbo slats here, kind of opening up the bodywork. You can see we've got what I believe is some kind of oil intercooler back here. And Tom was telling me that on original slant nose cars, these have a possibility of being made out of wood. So that's a fun little fact for you. Find that pretty interesting. You can see all that fan inducting there. We'll check out the tail on the back as well. Very classic, this shape, the 930 Turbo. Again, many referred to it as the Widowmaker. The Turbo 911s were known for both their turbo lag and their snap oversteer, making the cars incredibly fun to drive, but also incredibly dangerous in the incorrect hands. You can see we've got some paperwork laying out, that kind of thing, but this is one of the cleanest interiors I have seen in a 930. Let's see if we can get a spot on that mileage there for you. 35,000 original miles, and then you've got that cool turbo pressure meter down there in your tack. Just a very cool car all around. One of my very favorites we've had here in the shop since I started here at Farland. The 1989 Porsche 911 930 Turbo slant nose. Beside that one is another Rosso. One is the Ferrari 360. We got through that red bumper. And nice warm day to get this one back out on the road. The Ferrari 360 Spider. Again, this one is another F1 transmission. We'll kind of compare it to that 599. You can see down there, there's that very fragile shifter. To get into reverse, you'll pull that up and gently pull it back. Other than that, you do have shift paddles here to get into your forward gears. And we'll check out that lovely glass bay so you can check out the Ferrari V8. Grand Prix cars of the late. Moment. This was one I just found late last week. Looking around for the no luck on a fridge, but you can see right here is our 2 cents. Do this with one hand as best I can here. You can see down here, the car comes with 4 different types of perfumes. Mood, 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 and nightlife mood. I haven't been doing much sniffing of the perfumes into this small contraption here. Odorizer. It will get your cabin smelling nice and unique, giving you that, nightlife or racing mood. After sense, so kind of a unique system in there. The 2017 Mercedes-Benz S600 bi-turbo V12. Other than that, we have our 2 Americans hanging out here on one side. The 1952 Hudson Hornet. Again, if you'd like to learn more about this Hudson Hornet, go check out our website at farlandcars.com. You can see our recent blog highlighting the extensive restoration work we did on this particular model, as well as a bit of the family story behind this car and the family legacy of longtime ownership. Down here in the showroom, I like to finish out with 599 because that's the newest one and I may mistake that one either way. Here we go. 1991 Corvette ZR1 King of the Hill. 1952 Hudson Hornet. 2017 Mercedes-Benz S600 bi-turbo. The 1967 Maserati Mistral. The 2000 and... that's where I'm going to get lost. I want to say 2003 Ferrari 360 Spider. The 1989 Porsche 911 flat bow, slant nose. The 2017 Porsche Macan GTS in Viper Green. The 1972 That's going to do it for us today here at Farland. Happy Farland Friday. I've been Pat. If you'd like to learn more, go check out our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and our LinkedIn to catch all the fun moving through the shop and show. Thanks for stopping by.